Welcome back to a new video. So we are going to experiment a little bit and change some of the settings. So we're going to take a more active role in the pitching staff, the lineups. We're going to leave the player strategies within, actually we'll take care of those. But the development lab, the development focus, first year lab, signing, international amateurs, rest, but we'll take a more active role in that. I was playing on a different file and had a ton of success super early into a save file, and it was kind of interesting. So that was the other thing I want to change is minor league promotions and demotions. We're going to take control of that as well. So we're still going to let the AI do the initial organization, but then we are going to look around to see if there's anyone that could potentially benefit from being up. So Jesus Jimenez, he might benefit from being up, so we're going to go ahead and release Matt Wilkinson and move him up. And if we're looking at the rest, get rid of him, half star. So just some general organization, just to make sure that there's nobody too crazy that we have above or below. So international complex, we're just gonna put all of those guys on the lowest, and they can all chill there. And then I think we are about good. Alright, so we have a couple of guys, relievers, that are going to be in AAA that have the skill level to be up at the majors. Billy Carlson, and he's a two-way player. It's always kind of funny how that works on the almost every file. I feel like that's something that I'm glad it's implemented into the game, but I feel like it's a little bit overdone. There's a little too many guys that will do that by default, but it's still pretty useful. So then we're going to be at opening day here. So we're going to check our lineups. Again, we're going to let the AI do the initial organization. And then we're going to look around to see if there is anything that we want to change. So we have Francisco Alvarez, that's going to be batting in the 3-hole. I don't really want him batting 4th. We also have Jason Dominguez. I guess we don't really have too much of a better option other than having Colt Keith up there, putting him, does he have any speed? So he plays first base in the outfield side. For some reason they have him at first base, but his speed isn't too great, but it's okay. And then can Colt Keith play first base? I feel like we have a better first baseman. So we have Adley Rutschman that can play or he can't play first base. Alright, so what we're going to do is keep it, I think we might just keep it there. I'm not too worried about first base. Let's see if anyone else, like Jason Dominguez, he's good in the outfield. Jason Trio's good in the outfield. Cooper Engel is actually pretty good. He's actually developing really well. He's good in left and right field. Still has some room to develop in left field, more so than the other positions. But I kind of don't necessarily want to use him as our catcher since he's such a good hitter. So what we're going to do is DH him, make Adley be our catcher, and move him down the lineup. Because Adley, he only bat 215 last year, so I don't really want to reward him by having him be higher in the order. I thought Jason Dominguez was a left-handed hitter. I guess I don't follow the Yankees enough. But Brunswick there. I'm generally happy as long as I look at pitching, see thing, let the staff adjust things for us with the initial swoop. He's a beast. Michael Kennedy, so our starting pitching's really good. Alright, so we're fine. Joe Brown. We're gonna have that up to there. Double check our history to see if our pitching was crazy good. Alright, I kinda wanna go and revert that back though. change it if it's still working. And then we can double check the see if we get him for cheap. Probably not. No, we'd have to give up something too much. Kate Smith getting him back would be pretty dupe. We don't need a catcher. We don't need someone with a... I mean, Ashley's a decent starting pitcher, but we're going to have to, we have to give up too much for him. So, pretty happy with where we're at right now. We have Chase DeLauder. I completely forgot about him. I guess he was on the injured list. So then, we can demote him. Maybe. We have to waive him. So then we can look at our lineup, take Cooper out, insert Chase DeLauder in. Depth chart, and now we're cooking with oil. We got Chase DeLauder back, so that's pretty big. Starting out 0-2, solid start. It's how you want it to go. It's how you want your whole season to go, just dropping game after game. Alright, so Matt Shaw, we're gonna go ahead and release him. Make sure that we don't have that extra slot being used if we don't need it. Unfortunately, just didn't develop as much as you would like. And Leo Jimenez. Click on him. Yeah, center field. So I mean, like, he might be okay in left field, but yeah, just never really developed, so it's unfortunate. I feel like in real life he's going to be a good player. He's too useful. Like, he can play just every position. Wow, we're actually 1-8. What is with this team? Actually diabolically bad. Alright, let's look at our hitting lineups. So, everyone is batting poorly. Matt Chapman's only batting 180. It's kind of, he has 20 strikeouts already. It's 4 more than anyone else. And of course, Francisco Alvarez, we give him all that money, and he's just playing like cheeks. So we're gonna keep our eye. It's only 15 games in. We're gonna keep our eye on Matt Chapman. He might be towards the end of his playing days for us if we don't turn it around. So we're gonna go ahead and claim him. What? We still have a couple days before we have to do something with J.R. Ritchie, so we're going to go another week to see if our team is playing better. Actually, crazily, unfortunately, works out to where we can just throw him onto our active roster. I don't know if he has any more option years. We'll go ahead and see. He doesn't. Let's set his position as a starting pitcher. So we have some guys that are, like, he's developing, he's only 22, but we're going to bring him up. We're going to let the AI handle our roster for the pitching side of things. Look at our hitting again. So Matt Chapman is in the dumps. So in 26 games, 81 at-bats, only 1 home run and a 185 average. Last year, he only batted 208. So we're going to go ahead and just waive and designate him for assignment. And then we can bring up, he actually can technically play third base, but we probably have to do something more creative than that. Bring him up and see who else can play third. So Francisco Alvarez can play first base a little bit. We have him as our DH. Adley Rutschman's only batting 227, but we got him as the catcher. So we just need someone to be able to go to third. Now we're in a bit of a lineup pickle. So he can play everywhere, but we kind of want him at short. Everyone can play first base. trades. We just got to make some moves because this is just not an acceptable level of performance. So let's look at our waivers and see if we can just shop Matt Chapman around, since he's most likely going to reject any sort of movement down to AAA, I would imagine. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can just hold the rest of his salary and get someone that is useful, which it looks like the most useful player that we would be able to get is a reliever with a 9 ERA. So unfortunately for Matt Chapman, we are just going to let him, we're just going to get rid of him. That's fine. We will eat that. We should have shopped him around as well, since there's a chance he could get claimed off waivers, and see if we can get anything of value. So potentially a pitcher could be useful, but I think ideally we would get a third baseman or a middle infielder, someone that can help us, give us some depth in the field. He's an interesting player, but I'm looking for a specific thing. So he's 29, a third baseman, but he's injured for 4 more weeks, which is not ideal. Injury rule, he can only play catcher, but he's batting .250, so that is a possibility. Just a guy that can play the outfield. Just get a lot of decent outfielders right now, but I just need someone that can go into a base. And I kind of, he's only batting .202, .250 in AAA. Let's see if we can go specifically third base. So that gets us Gina Grover. So that's a possibility. It looks like that's about the only, if we can get someone that's a bit younger, that has a little bit more potential. But I kind of want to just grab him and see, well, let's see how his third base is. It's pretty mid, but we'll see if it works out. So go ahead and grab him. You can also look for, can he play third? Technically he can play third. So it looks like they're trying to get rid of him. He's only 29 though. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can trade for him potentially as well. So we'd have to give up a good player, which is not what I'm trying to do. So then we can plop him in and just put him all the way down. So this is where I have to spend more time being finicky with the lineups a little bit, but we just need to get another third base, and I don't know, it's a little tricky, but we'll have to figure it out. I'll play a little bit short. You know what we're going to do is assign his position to third and hope that he can earn the position. Just put him in there. We're 8 and 18, which is less than ideal. It's pretty horrendous, to be honest. If we dip too far, then we'll really have to start making trades. But sometimes the simulation just gets a little weird with stuff. Like, it just gets a little bit. So his third base is really low right now, but we're just gonna ride it out with him. So we're gonna see if we can just trade him, open up a spot for Mason Miller. We're just having all kinds of problems as a team. It's kind of. Is a 6 ERA, 6.5. Like, all these guys are just struggling. So what I think we need to do is just waive him. He is 35. I don't think his contract is too bad. We gotta find our injured list and bring Mason back, and just Hope things can turn around a little bit. It's not going very smoothly right now. Let's see if Lopez will go down. He's a turd, so he refuses it. So then we have, actually, since he's in AAA, what we're going to do is set his position as well. So we'll see if we can get some more third basemen. John Kinsey Noel is not really a defensive. Man, I would really wish Travis is just not happening. Hate to see it. See how he's doing. 265, throw him up here. Why not? Playing a little bit better, but we just got to get it back above 500. Yes, we immediately dropped those games, but we're inching our way back. Trying to, at least. Move here. Look at our lineups. Of course, 232. Does have 9 home runs. Adley Rutschman, 234, 2 home runs. Is really struggling. The Gino, the guy that we picked up, is batting pretty decent. Cooper is still 253, even though he's not a true third baseman. But we kind of need his bat there, to be honest. Let's see if we can do something with Adley, because he is just not performing. And we have Cooper that can also play a little bit of catcher as well. So White Sox want to give us Colson Montgomery, which is interesting because he can play third. He actually has a lot of potential at third base, even though he's in AAA right now. I'm not doing that. So that actually might be the route that we go. Look down to see if there's anyone else that is potentially. We'll leave it there. I forgot to swap it back to the original, but that guy's also interesting. He's also interesting because he actually has good abilities at third. So I'm leaning towards John Frank Salazar over Colson. But we can look down. How's he doing in AAA? He's batting 344. He's batting 3, so I kind of want both these guys, to be fair. So we're going to shortlist him, make sure he's actually there, and then we're actually going to shortlist Colson as well. So I'm interested in potentially trading for him, and then we will trade straight up for him. We do need to try to get some money, though. We are running out. We might have to give up another player. Alright. Please take a random person we don't need. It gives Joey Oki up. He seems like a better option, potentially, to give up, but we can look to see Enrique Jimenez. Might be the... Oh no, that's the catcher. We don't want to trade him. That would not be good. So he's in Cleveland, 5.93 ERA. I actually don't want to give him up. You can have, especially with how much money we're getting back. That cash consideration is going to just be really useful for us. So that, and we also have an additional pitcher we can bring up. So we're only 5 games under 500. Could be worse, but we're going to change Cooper over to catcher. We're going to bring, he's actually batting pretty well up in the major league level. We're going to give John Frank some time at third, and then I think we have a better balance now as far as hitting goes. Our pitching seems to be stabilizing a little bit, which is good, and our runs scored is pretty bad, but it looks like our pitching is actually rated pretty well. So we just kind of need our hitting to start doing a little bit better. Chase Mobley, yeah, a good rookie pitcher. He's only 22 as well. Here, so Franco Alvarez should be DH. some room. We can look to see. He might be the weakest link. So Juris Alfredo, we'll drop him down, I think. Yeah. So we'll leave the 2-star guy up, but we'll bring Mr. Matt back. We should also check the free agency. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. And just look to see just who's there. It's like relief pitcher. There's no reason not to be able to get him. I don't know why he is. Is that an independent league player? Oh. Well, I want him on my team. I don't know why he's shortlisted. I'm going to offer him a major league contract. I don't know why he's just randomly there, but we will certainly take that. Alright, so we're just going to look down to see if there's anyone else worth throwing some contracts at. Particularly middle infielders, maybe pitchers. Doesn't really look like there is. We can throw Spencer. I feel like, didn't we have him? Yeah, we had him, and he just got released. That's hilarious. So just nobody signed him. Did someone? Yeah, just became a free agent. Nobody wanted him. Poor guy. Poor guy. You hate to see it. I guess JB Crawford we can throw a contract at. It's always kind of interesting to see the people that you can get in free agency at the end of their career, just random people that are just chilling. Alright. So we definitely just want him on our team. I don't know. Now, independent league players are weird. Very rarely do you find one that's actually good. And he's certainly a beast. Alright, so Eduardo's only batting 228, and he's an outfielder, so we're going to go ahead and drop him down. We're going to bring Joe up. He apparently is just bad at defense, but his hitting is just fantastic. So, could potentially do some interesting things. So we can put him back at catcher. We can take Cooper's batting 280, though. It's hard to punish him for being an absolute beast, but what we can do is take him out. Cooper, go ahead and learn first base, and then Mr. Joe. So we can just swap their spots, and then Joe can be a DH or accidentally be clicked to right field. So that might actually be a pretty big upgrade. Proceed to lose the next game. Come on, team. Alright, so then I have multiple players. So this is where it's nice just to let the AI set the lineup, and we'll just kind of swap people around as you need them. When you have people that don't meet the threshold for whatever age or whatever anymore, and bring him up. He's ready to be at the major league level. He kind of already was. How's he doing? 3.87, so not too bad. He might develop during this year and solidify your pitching even more. I mean, that's kind of the Cleveland way, I suppose. Just always have good pitching coming up as we start to collapse more. Our hitting is just horrendous, but I'm going to go ahead and look at our lineups again. So Joe is on fire immediately, so we're going to go ahead and put him all the way at the top. I mean, our hitting average isn't bad. Like, Colt Keith is low, but he has 10 home runs. Same with Francisco Alvarez. Like, our lowest average hitters have the most home runs. Gotta swap something. Gotta swap something. I'm actually going to experiment with Colt Keith, or Cooper into. Lose Colt Keith apparently. We're going to move Colt Keith down. We're going to put Cooper up in the 4 hole and see 500. We got all the way back to 500 and immediately lost. There's no shot that someone that's 28 years old that's getting his first chance at playing professional baseball is going to be getting in brawls. Kind of weird. And we do need to check the, we gotta arrest him. Just throw him on there. Oh, expiring contracts. Alright. Offer him an extension. Offer him an extension. The prospects really quick. We actually have the number 1 prospect. He is actually tearing it up, so we need to actually do a deep dive on our prospects. I think that'll be grab him too. Go ahead and claim him. And then yeah, we are just kind of collapsing, to be fair. So let's let the AI set up our lineups for this part and see if it makes any sort of difference. I don't want DePaula being that high up in the lineup though. We're gonna go ahead and put Salazar up to there. We can leave this all here and see if it has any sort of positive effect. But we need to bring up, we need some hitters. I don't really want to bring up JP Crawford because you can't really bring him back down. And so we can generate our lineups. And yeah, we have to look at our farm system. So we got AAA, and we got pitching first. So he's still pitching really well. There's not really any big moves I'm looking to make in AAA, moving him up. But I'm gonna look at the lineup, see if there's anyone that's going hog wild. Some guys are doing well, but we can look all the way at the bottom. Nothing really crazy happening. We don't have anyone on this team anymore, so it's just a bunch of ghosts playing for that team. We can move him up, so high A ball. Honestly, we'll just do it like this. He only has 11 games, so we can move him up to A ball. It's only 286. Kind of trash. 5 and 38. Sometimes your ACL tape will just have the craziest terrible record, just because they have a lot of ghost players, so it just inherently makes them a terrible team. So it's kind of funny when that happens. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and promote him to high A. Really kind of just look for people that have an ERA under 3. He's kind of close. And then high A. They're going to look at lineups as well. So these guys have not had a lot of at-bats. Josh has had a lot of at-bats. And we're going to bring him up too. Why not? So we're going to go to high A now. The Lake County Captains, which I've actually been to a Lake County Captain game before. I actually have a ring, or at least I did when I was a kid. Like a championship ring or something that they had. It was like a giveaway from when they were out. He is actually tearing it up here in high A ball. So up to AA you go. This is Franklin. So that's a bit tricky. But we're gonna leave him here since we just brought him up. We're gonna bring. We can leave there. He's close to 300, but not quite to there. And then looking at our pitching, nothing too crazy happening there. And then we can look at AA. We have Matt Harris that is pitching well, so you can go to AAA. Tyler Fay, go to AAA. Christian Gagne, can go to AAA. And he's only had 2 starts, so we keep him there. So there's some guys at AAA that we can knock down as well. And these are guys we just brought up. So we can look to knock these guys down to AA or high A, and then AAA. Now we can look at our pitching and see if there's anyone that needs to be dropped down. AA. starting pitcher. So that's good to have that flexibility. We just need to start winning. Oh my goodness, we are... Oh, he was on the unfortunate 5 months. So that clears up a spot on our 40-man, but we don't really need to worry about that right now. Oh, our team. Let's get to the draft. That'll be a good point to stop. And I'm a little over my 30-minute time frame that I like to stick with. But our team is just, man, everyone's getting hurt. We might just be sellers at the deadline. I mean, that just might be what it comes down to, is just figuring out who we can just get rid of. Which is unfortunate. I felt like our team was pretty decent this year. Johnkins even well in there. I mean, like Francisco Alvarez, like a 243 or 224 average, like 12 home runs. That's not bad, but he's just not on pace for a good season, and it's not what you pay all that money for. So he's definitely someone that we could look to trade at the deadline and see if we can get some younger players back. But we're still kind of... We're 5 games back of the wild card. It's actually pretty similar to where they are in real life right now. It's like they're really far back of the division, but we're not that far back of the wild card. But the trade deadline is at the end of this month in 20 days. So we really have close to that point to see if we can actually make some trades if we need to. But we're going to look to... Do I really even want him? I guess. Why not? Oh, he has a torn abdomen. That's pretty interesting. He's already up to 2.5 stars though. I don't really want him, to be fair. Not for the asking price that they have. Alright. So we're here at the first year player draft. We are 43 and 50. So off to a pretty horrendous start of the season. But we're going to try to see if we can turn it around in the second half. You know, I'm taking a more active approach to the lineups and stuff, and it's not really working that well. But, you know, you kind of... Honestly, our rankings, our stat rankings aren't horrendous. I certainly have seen worse, but hopefully we can turn around the next one. But if you made it to this point, I appreciate it. I'll talk to you all the next one. Peace.